Hey y'all, welcome back to Car's Kitchen, and today we are making cube steaks smothered in gravy. So we are going to start off with cutting our cube steaks in half. You can leave them whole if you want to, but I always cut mine in half into smaller pieces. And also you want to make sure that your meat is clean, so rinsing it off thoroughly with water and pat it dry with a clean paper towel. So once your meat is cleaned and cut, of course, you got to season it. So I'm using my Tony's Creole seasoning and a few other seasonings as well. You can season your steaks how you like. Next, we're going to take some flour, and as you can see, I'm putting in a few teaspoons of cornstarch, and I'm seasoning that with the same thing I seasoned my steaks with. And if your flour is not brown, you did not season it enough, okay? So season your flour until it's brown like me, okay? So the next step is pretty much self-explanatory. You just cover your steaks in flour, and you want to pat the flour in to make sure it gets in those crevices, and you want to let them sit for a few minutes before you actually dip them in your oil. And you don't have to have a deep fryer for this. You can fry them in a regular pan with some oil. Just make sure your oil is hot enough before you put your steaks in. So while our steaks are frying, we are going to start on our gravy. I'm cooking down my onions in some butter. After they're cooked down, I'm going to take some of that flour that I used for the steaks and put a couple tablespoons and cook that down. So after you cook down that flour, you can start pouring in your beef stock. Now you can either use beef stock or you can use water, but I feel like it's more flavorful when you use beef stock, so that's what I'm using. And I'm pouring in a little at a time. And you want to continuously stir because you don't want clumps. So at this point, you just want to season up your gravy to your liking and taste as you go. So at this point, you just want to let your gravy cook down, and as it cooks, it will thicken up. So I kind of went overboard with the beef stock, so now my gravy is not thick. It's not as thick as I would want it to be. So now I'm making a slurry and pouring it in just so my gravy can thicken up to my liking. After your gravy is nice and thick, you can now place your cube steaks into that gravy and move it around, get them smothered, and you are done. And there you have it. You have a nice southern Sunday meal. I also went ahead and made some candy yams, some macaroni, some green beans, and a little rice on the side. And that is it. That was my meal for Sunday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. And I will see you in my next video.